So this is how this project started. I've got these couple pieces of scrap leather here. I did some trimming, narrowed some pieces down, and this is what I ended up with. I did some more brainstorming, came up with the idea of cutting this slot here, did some test fitting, and decided that this is the basic look I was going to go for. I then decided that I wanted some straps coming off the bottom, so I did some measuring and cut those to size, and finally decided I'm going to put one additional strap across the top right here. That would allow me to add a utility D-ring. So when the brainstorming of the design was done, this is what I ended up with. 2 long straps, a top strap with the circle and slot cut, a tab strap, and then another strap for retention across the top, 1 snap, and a couple rivets. Just for a close-up, this is how the D-ring would attach across the top. As usual, we get everything under die, prep up all the edges of our leather pieces, and then it's time to start assembling this project. Even with everything cut out already, I'm kind of making this up as I go. I'm going to put a hole in here on this strap, and then a hole in on the other strap. That way I can create an X and rivet these together. These are not the final rivets that I'm going to be using. This is all just for test fitting purposes. I'm using more decorative rivets on certain sections here, but this will allow me to hold everything in place as I test fit this strap. With the rivet holding the X in place, I'm going to kind of fold these under, figure out where this tab is going to need to be attached, and kind of get all my rough measurements in place here. Goes up through there. The strap comes around like that, and that just like that. There's what the back looks like. And you can see how these straps come up onto the front side, and we will rivet those into place now that our measurements are set. Lastly, we will take our strap with our D-ring. Here you can see where I knocked a stitch line in the end of that. We will line it up where we want it on the top of the strap here and sew it into place. This represents our finished Kendama strap. Take a look at it here. Show you how this goes on. Slide the handle through here. Top comes across. This tab comes through here, and the snap holds it firmly in place. And there you go. That's what it looks like. Kind of get some close-up images here so you can see that the assembly of this is pretty self-explanatory. Just a couple of different rivets there. I used a couple decorative ones, but you could use plain ones or whatever. The single snap there in the center. Again, you could use a decorative snap if you wanted to. D-ring on the top for attaching a clip or carabiner. You could attach it to your backpack, your belt loop, or whatever. You can see that stitch line there. Just a single saddle stitch line, very simple. So that's essentially this entire project, start to finish, all the way from the design to completion. There will be a free pattern linked in the description below. I hope this design gave you some ideas, and if it did, well, you know I'd appreciate that thumbs up like. Feel free to leave a comment below, and maybe, just maybe, I'll see you on the next video. If you enjoy videos about the randomness of our amazing world, consider clicking on the globe to subscribe, or maybe checking out one of the other videos right here.